Hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. So I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I am reviewing Doctor Who Vampires of Venice. Is it Vampires in Venice or of Venice? Either way, I have the correct title for it on this video. This is an episode from Series 5 and is over 10 years old nearly now. In this one, the Doctor, after Amy tells the Doctor that she's to be wed tomorrow, on the stag night of Rory, they come and get him and they go to Venice in the 16th century, where they come across a queen and her kid who are vampires. But turns out that they're these vampires, that aliens that look like vampires, whilst their true form is fish-like and they have fangs, and like vampires they can convert humans into their species. And the Doctor has to stop them, and for some reason they have no reflection like vampires do. And we're in the Doctor, Amy and Rory fight it out in Venice. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes. First of all, the likes. I like this episode. I like that they had vampires in it for the first time, to my knowledge, since Tom Baker with The State of Decay. I thought this was, a unique episode because we rarely get vampires in this. I mean, we've had a werewolf in it in the David Tennant episode, but vampires, we haven't had them for a while. I also thought the vampires in it looked quite vampiric, obviously. The fangs, however, I thought were a bit too big, but hey, it was a different depiction of a vampire, I guess. I like them, the vampires. I also like the Queen vampire in it, who was played out by her out of Peaky Blinders. Of course, this was long before Peaky Blinders, but you know the actress who I mean. She too was good in this as the mother of these creatures. And in the end, when they fail to do what they were planning to achieve, she sacrifices them herself for them. I liked her performance in this too. I also liked Karen Gillan in this, and Arthur Darvil as Amy and Rory. They were great. But Matt Smith, he was good in this as the Doctor, with his energy and his, how he just is just so full of life and everything, because he's the Doctor. I also like that little William Hartnell reference we got in this one, because there's a scene where he does show an ID card, and it's his library card, and it's got William Hartnell's face on there. So I thought, so he's never really had that updated. I like those nodbacks to classic Doctors in modern Doctor Who, because it just show that it's still that same show it was all them decades ago. So I like that little Easter egg there. I also like the setting for this film, how it was set in Venice and how the location they had looked like Venice. Now, I think apparently they didn't film it all in Venice because they couldn't disguise modern day Venice into the 17th century Venice that it was set in. But still, they did a brilliant job creating the illusion. I also like the action in this one and the story, but the effects. Here's a little dislike now. The effects for the vampires were good when they were in human form, it was all practical, but when we saw their true form, the fish-like creatures, it kind of ruined it for me. I did not like them designs at all. This is just my personal opinion, but my personal opinion, I did not like the creatures' true forms in this. I mean, you could tell it was CGI. This was a filler episode. Again, like I say, this episode is 10 years old now, so what I probably thought was good effects back in 2010 may not stand out as good now with the better CGI computers we have today. But yeah, in my honest opinion, they looked a bit tacky in their true form, and I didn't really like that. And technically, they weren't really vampires either. At that point, we found out that they weren't vampires. They were just an alien species that can convert through blood transmissions, and and can disguise like vampires, and and the sunlight exposes their true form or something. Anyway, yeah, I just wasn't too keen on their actual design. So also the visuals, I think now looking at it, are a bit poor, but it's an okay episode. It's an all right filler episode. It's the halfway point as well for series 5. This was like episode 6 in that 5th series. We just had a 2-parter with the Weeping Angels, but yeah, I didn't find this scary. I thought there was a lot of good stuff in it, sequences and action and stuff, good guest stars and everything. But for me, it was just those true vampire forms that didn't do it for me. So, ratings now. I'm gonna get straight to the visuals. The visuals they had that were practical, like Venice and what have you. Well, the effects for Venice were good, but when it came to the effects of the creatures in it, the aliens, the monster, it let it down. So I'm gonna have to give it the effects for this I'm gonna give it a 6, because I like to think they tried. 6 for the visuals. The performances, that gets an 8, and the writing, that gets an 8. So yeah, do you have different opinions to this episode? Because I probably do if people disagree with me on that, but like I say, it's my opinion. Is it a great episode? Well, it's good, but it's not a brilliant episode to me. But I did enjoy it when it was on, and I did like the whole first Doctor Easter eggs in this. So, yeah, that has been my Who review on Doctor Who Vampires of Venice, or in Venice. Have you seen this one? Let me know what you think down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. I've been Davros, and I'm the Whovian. So yeah, until next time, run for your life.